Okay, today I'm gonna introduce some basic concept of Chinese. And the first thing is the Pinyin system. Pinyin is the phonetic alphabet of Chinese language. To use the Pinyin, we can quickly understand and learn how to pronounce or to say a specific word. And we're gonna go over all the alphabet, and we're gonna start from the vowel. We have we have six vowel actually, which is a, o, e, u, and u. And this is pronounced very simple, is especially the first five ones. And a is like father. O is like for, the without the ur, for o. And is like or in Germany danke. The in German danke, the and e is like a long e uh in English, which is feed. And u is like cool, it's like cool, the double o sound. And also like in German du bist, du. The u, from my perspective, there's no such sound in other languages, but we can find in France there are some similar pronunciation, which is the bussy, the bu, u is little bit like u, but it's actually u instead u. U is more over than u. It's like u. Okay. Let's go to another group, which is by the way, we have 37 vowels. We have 22 consonants. I'll separate them into 7 group. Okay. The first group is bo, po, mo, and fo. These sounds just like the rule of pronunciation is just like English. They are pronounced as b, p, and m, and f. But in this phonetic alphabet system, we pronounce as bo, po, mo, and fo instead of b, instead of b, p, and f. The rule is add an o behind them, and given the first tone, which I'll introduce later. As we might know, there are 4 tones in Chinese. So, but you just need to remember that they are pronounced just like in English. So, anytime you see the combination of consonant and vowels, you just use the rule in English and add in vowels after that. And the second group is de, te, ne, and le. This time we add an e, which is actually after the consonant. We will get a sound. And this group is also has the same rules which you can find in English. They are just like pronounced as the, t, sorry, the, t, n, and l. And the next group, okay, I'll add 3 more in this group, which is g, k, and h. And there are also add a sound after that. And the pronunciation also is like in English, but we should notice that the H sound we will not omit it, like in English we speak like hour, but the H sound we don't actually pronounce it. But in Chinese, anytime you see a H, you should pronounce H sound. So, for example, there is a brand in Chinese which is Huawei. I heard many people that they if they speak English, they are very easily to pronounce as Huawei, which is wrong. So we should pronounce as Huawei instead of Huawei. Okay, and we'll go to the next group, which is G, Qi, and Xi. Probably the G sound is a little bit like the J sound, but the Q sound and X sound is totally different. For example, the Q sound we actually pronounce as chi sound instead of k sound. We don't pronounce k sound, we pronounce chi sound. For example, and X sound we use the xi sound, which is like the next group is z, c, and s. These 3 is also different from the English ones. The z, I believe there are no such a sound probably in English, but the c we have a just like ts, but sometimes the ts English always probably most of the time in the end of the word, but sometimes we put a vowel after the ts sound, which may a ts or ta sometimes, something like that. And the s sound we pronounce like s, just like this one is pretty much like in English, but yes, pretty much like in English. Okay, the next one is very close to the previous ones, which is zhi, chi, and shi. We add an h in the end of those words, those letters, to make to make a more rolling sound. We roll our tongue in front of teeth to make the zhi, chi, shi sound. And the last 2 one is yi and wu, which is also like the ones in English, which is yi sound and wu sound. So anytime you see the y and wu, you can just pronounce like English, but there are some exceptions which I will introduce later. Okay, this is our consonant. Let's see, we have set them into actually 6 groups. The first one is bo, po, mo, and fo. The second one is de, te, ne, le, ge, ke, he. Notice that we have mentioned that the H sound we should pronounce anytime, even it is in the beginning of the word. The third group is the ji, qi, xi sound. Notice that we have different sound for these two one, qi and xi, which is English Q and X. And we have the fourth group, which is zi, ci, and si. As I said, the ci sound is like the English TS sound, and the s sound is just like English S sound. But the z sound is little awkward, which actually is like the DZ sound, z sound, but not actually. But we probably will introduce later. And the fifth group is, which we call the rolling tongue sound. We rolling our tongue in the back of our teeth to make this sound. We just use for example, the z sound, and we rolling our teeth. We are rolling our tongue in the back of teeth to make the zh sound. Likewise, zh, ch, and sh. This is hard, but if we do after some needed exercise, we will understand how to pronounce, especially after we learn more rules about pronunciation. So after introduce those 22 consonants, we're gonna go to the rest vowels, which we still have 31 vowels. So I will separate them into 4 parts. The first part is what we call I'm gonna separate them into 3 parts, because we have actually introduced the most simple ones, which is a, o, e, i, u, yu. So we have 3 parts left. The first part is what we call the front nasal finals, which means you should use your front nasal to resonate the sound. For example, let me just introduce it firstly. We have 5 front nasal finals, which is an, en, in, wen, and yun. Likewise, the first 4 is a little bit easier than the last one, but the last one actually is also easy. Let me just introduce the first 4 one. An is like, we should notice that an is not like English, which would pronounce as an, but in Chinese do not pronounce as n. We pronounce actually like German. For example, Danke, the an sound. Also, I believe there must be some an sound in English, but let me just introduce the Danke sound. But because I think it's pretty much the same. Okay. The next one is n sound. N is like it's a little bit like the letter n, but it's not n. It's n. We should use the sound plus the n sound, which make the n sound. N. Probably it's like n. Fun. Sorry, I don't remember. The next one is in sound. We can find it in English, which is since the in sound. It's pretty much the same. And the next one is wen sound. Wen, which is you can pronounce many O's and in an N, but it's not like the noon. It's like wen. Okay. The next one, also the last one, is yun, which I don't believe there are any similar sounds in English, but you can just remember the yu sound plus an n to make a yun sound. Okay. So this five is our first group of the front nasal finals. Okay, and the next part I'll introduce the compound. Compound, how to pronounce? Compound finals. This means that we might use two or three sounds to make them together to get a new sound. For example, the I sound is A plus the E sound to make the I sound, which is just like the English letter I. And the next one is ow sound. Ow is like A plus O to make the ow sound. Ow is like English wow, the ow sound. And next one is O. O, just like English letter O sound, but in Chinese we see them like O plus an U, a O sound plus a U sound to make the O sound. And the next one is A sound. We can separate them into two parts, which is and yi to make the A sound. We can pronounce pretty much like the English letter A. The next one is the inverse of this one, or the reverse version of A, which is ye. It's a little bit like the Russian letter ye. The next one. Okay, and I'll separate. I'll call this is group 1. Okay, because the next few ones I will use this sound to make some even complex combination. For example, I'll use let's choose the A sound. And if we plus a U sound, it makes a Wei sound. But sometimes we also write as UI, but this is the same. It's just the same. It's just the writing rules. So anytime you can use this and this at the same time, it is alternatively. So this we use the U sound plus A sound to make the Wei sound. Wei. By the way, we sometimes use this sound in the beginning of a phone call. We say Wei. Okay. The next one I will introduce is Yao sound. We use the E plus the AO, which is Ao sound. And Yao, Yao, which is, if you remember this two one, you can pretty much pronounce the this one because they are just simply add together. And the next one I will introduce is the U sound. Like the Wei sound. Sorry, I should put this here because this is another reverse case. This also has two ways to write, just like Wei, but the sound is a little different because firstly we use the I sound, which is Yi, and plus the O sound to make a Yo sound. But the strange thing is these two one write very similar, but they are not quite pronounced like each other. So we just add I and O to make a Yo sound. Yi, which is Yi and O, sorry. Yi and O to make Yo sound. Like I just said, the Yao sound is I plus Ao sound to make a Yao sound. And the next one is Wan sound. But here we not just simply add together, we're gonna make some changes. This we use this U but plus an N sound, like the N without the D, N sound, like Yuan sound. Okay, the next one also the last one, which is Yue. Also, you need to know the Yu sound to put up and plus the sound to make the Yue sound. Okay, we have finished our introduction of the compound finals. We should remember is the first 5 sound and plus what we have learned in the beginning, the single vowels, we can put them together and make combination to make a new sound like these 5 ones. These 5, like these 5. Okay, and what we have introduced, let's just go over what we have just introduced to you. We have teach you 6 single vowel and 22 consonants plus 5 front nasal finals plus 10 compound finals. What's have left is the most to me is the most difficult part in all these things, which is the back nasal finals. There are just 4, but I believe they are probably not the ones you can easily find in English. But the good news is some of them they are comparatively easy to find in France, but let's just remember the sound. First one is the France sound, which is the ang sound, and then the second one is the ng sound, and the ing is just like in English, like spring, yin sound, yin, but sometimes we add a ng at the end of the yin, so we probably we pronounce as yin and ng together, yin sound. And the last one is the ong sound, ong, a little bit like phone, but without the phone without the phone sound, with phone, the phone sound. Okay, that's all about today. I'll introduce another topic maybe later. Thank you for watching.